Welcome to Kibabii University. This is a publication done to orient you through the Kibabii University Library.
Thank you and welcome to Kibabii University Library. Kibabii University Library started in March 2012 at the initial inception of Kibabii University College, which was by that time a constituency college of Masinda Muliro University of Science and Technology. We started with very limited resources and we had only 4 staff by that time. Even our collection was very thin, and among our first donors was the Vice Chancellor, Professor Ipara Odeo, the Vice Chancellor of the institution.
Having started with very limited resources, including 4 staffs in March 2012, Kibabii University Library Department has tremendously grown into an immense world-class research center. More than 25 staff have been employed to work under this department. The transition of a thin collection to a collection of more than 20,000 volumes is the true definition of growth. Being one of the essential departments within the institution, it aims at aiding the teaching staffs in executing their responsibilities as lecturers, and by that, the Kibabii University Library is divided into 4 sections. Information Retrieval, Research and Africana section, that is headed by Mr. Manje Isaac. Technical Services section is headed by Mrs. Mulati Norin. Circulation and Customer Care section headed by Mrs. Wasike Pamela. And lastly, Information, Communication and Technology and Innovation section, which is headed by Mr. Okiai Isaac.
This section has been put in place to help this office manage our users' needs. You find that each section has its own role to make sure that our users are comfortable whenever they visit the library.
The roles of these sections are very important in the day-to-day activities of the library. The Information Retrieval, Research and Africana section has allowed to settle on research issues. This is the section that houses the reference sections that provides reference materials for construing facts on different research topics.
I benefit from this library a lot, but my major benefit is doing my research. The library helps me a lot in doing my research. Now that I'm a 4th year student, there is a project that we are doing, and most of the materials are found here in the library.
I am Isaac Manje, Head of Information Retrieval, Research and Africana at the University Library. This section houses the postgraduate library, which provides reading spaces and computers to be used by our postgraduate students. The section also houses the reference section, which houses materials, reference materials used to find facts such as dictionaries, Bibles, study guides, etc. We also house United Nations publications on different subjects for specialized research. We also house theses and dissertations that were done by our students in previous years for reference purposes. We also house newspapers, both electronic and hard copy. We provide reading spaces whereby our users can come and read daily newspapers from this section. The section is also responsible for information literacy, where we enable users to carry out their research.
Other than that, Information Retrieval, Research and Africana section offers the research guidance to users on how to carry out research based on research topics that they have selected. Most importantly is that this is the section responsible of collecting special collections known as Africana. Africana are basically information materials authored by Africans and are about Africa. In Technical Services section, acquisition of information materials for all programs offered in Kibabii University is the main role. They link up with suppliers and donors to provide information materials to the library.
We also do processing of information materials because in any library we have to organize knowledge. By processing, we always do classification of information materials using the Library of Congress classification scheme, and we also catalog the information materials using the COHA online management information system. After processing the information materials, we have to dispatch them to our readers section, that is the circulation services, for our readers to be able to access them at the circulation desk.
This is also the division that deals with the reprographic and binding services, which entails photocopying, printing, and binding of books and other university documents for the benefits of the clients.
My name is John Wekesa. I work here in the library department at the technical section or division, and here we are is the reprographic section. Reprographic section deals with photocopying, binding, printing, lamination, and all those. So when I'm standing here, this is a photocopying machine. As you can see, it's big enough. It can multitask several things at the same time. It can do photocopying of papers in a very fast and furious way. And at the same time, this machine is also linked to our computers in this department. You can send a document to be printed even in your own office and it prints. So it's a good one. And next to this photocopying machine, this is what we call guillotine machine. Guillotine machine is used for cutting papers into desired shapes or pieces, and it's electronic. It can cut as many papers at the same time, since it has the power to do that in a very electronic way. It's not manual, and it isn't work, especially when the papers to be cut are too voluminous.
The third section is circulation and customer care. This is the section that establishes direct contact with the library users. Direct contact in this context means user registration and clearance.
I'm in charge of circulation and customer care section in the library. The library is a place where users come in to borrow information materials, and especially the circulation section is a section that comes into contact with every user. There are so many services that we offer the circulation section, ranging from registration of users, orientation of students, and under orientation we are able to orientate students to be able to use the library effectively.
Orientation of students on how to use the library effectively includes book borrowing procedure. This procedure is never tiresome. The main role of this circulation and customer care section is to issue out information materials to users and receive them back to the library system. What a user needs to have is a valid school ID and the name of the book needed. You issue out your school ID for barcoding. The second step will be scanning the barcode of the book to be borrowed. Checking of the returning date is equally important. This is because some books are of short loan, meaning that they are frequently used by different users. Once the returning date is stamped, then the book is deactivated using the deactivator machine. By deactivating, the book is temporarily removed from the library system, and it also allows the user to avoid security fragment at the exit by the barcode reader machine producing any alarm. Kibabii University Library being a world-class research center, there is a section within the library department that ensures the existence of collaboration within and without the country.
My name is Ict. I'm the head of the section Ict and Innovation in the library. As you know, our library focuses on collaboration within and without the country. So Ict library plays a major role in that. What we do to the library is that we support ICT. We ensure that the library system functions well. We also run the library website. We do daily updates to ensure that information has reached out there to our users. We also ensure that our students, when they visit the library, they can access the internet. We actually have enough access points for all of our students. We do have the wireless, and we also have our digital library, where we have enough computers for students to access and search for information.
The library ICT and Innovation section also plays a role in the formulation and implementation of policies, procedures, and particulars in other areas of the system development. This means that they install, configure, and test new software versions to meet specific needs of the user.
We are in charge of all automations in library, beginning from the entry until the time of the exit. And among our duties and responsibilities, we do ensure the confidentiality and reliability of library data, proprietary information, and intellectual property. We also ensure all library automation is compliant with library-specific standards. We also make monthly reports on grants and do prepare budget requests regarding information technology in the library. We also assist in the formulation of and implementation of policies, procedures, and particulars in other areas of the system development. We also establish long-term needs for information systems and plan strategy for developing systems, acquiring hardware to meet applications needs. We also do configure and manage systems in order to meet specific needs and back-end and front-end users. We also install, configure, and test new software versions. We also configure and manage systems in order to meet specific needs of all the users.
Other than these 4 sections, the library has other sections like the administrative office. This is the face of the university library. This office receives visitors on behalf of the library. It is also discharged with the responsibility of keeping library department records for purposes of future reference.
I'm an officer administrator, library department. I work under the in-charge library. I keep all the documents in the library, give directions to visitors who comes in, and some I can assist them in even accessing our services in the library. And another part is that I also arrange meetings and take minutes what the librarians have done. And at times I'm the secretariat of all their meetings in the library.
There is also children's section in the library. This section allows children to find their room within the library setting. It is well designed to meet the interest of children. Wall charts and beautiful drawings gives this section its taste. Studying sections are numerous, spacious, and conducive for studying. The tables are well set to encourage both reading and writing. Chairs are very soft and luxurious to enable users to sit as long as per their desire.
I come to the library to do my research. If it matters to know what is happening around the world, I read newspapers from the library because they are here in the library. If they are my assignments, I come to the library and look for all the materials that are necessary that I can find here in the library to complete my assignments.
The technology changes, you find that also as library services also changes to the tune, putting in mind our users' need. You find that at the moment, students have smartphones and all sorts of gadgets And as a library, we have also taken care of them because we have e-resources. They can use the phones to access the materials we have. We have library Facebook portal whereby they can also access what we have. And also we are in the process of integrating Abno and Koha so that we can be sending messages to our users to inform them on current development within the library. Our library staff are devoted to deliver world-class services, focusing on customer integrity, innovation, and professionalism and teamwork. Our objectives are as follows: to support and facilitate the teaching, learning, and research through provision of access to varied, authoritative, and up-to-date information resources. We acquire, organize, maintain relevant information materials, and provide information services to the Kibabii University community. We market library services to the university community. We train clients on information literacy and competency in order to only utilize information services and resources. We provide favorable reading environment to our users.
Comrades must be informed.
It is the work done in this building that substantiates the university's motto, knowledge for development. As an institution of higher learning, this library makes Kibabii University to be a global and dynamic university of excellence in science, technology, and innovation. This is what cascades Kibabii University to achieve excellence in generation, transmission, and enhancement of new knowledge in science, technology, and innovation through quality teaching, training, scholarship, consultancy, and outreach. Welcome to Kibabii. Welcome to a world-class Kibabii University Library.